Me and my friend we worked out, and at the end of the session, we compared our abs. Keep in mind, he has a lot more body fat than me. He's walking around with around 23-24% body fat, while I'm at 16-17%. So we compared. His abs were more defined than mine. How is that possible? He has a lot more body fat than me, but still, he had better abs than me. It's crazy. Life is really unfair.
That's not fair.
Because when I was young, I was small, and I still didn't have abs when I was small. And he is fat and he has abs. He may have better abs than me, but I still have the better physique. So it's okay. Next topic. The guy on the left, he has more definition, more muscle mass, and lower body fat compared to the right. But the guy on the right, he still looks better. Why is it like that? The answer is genetics. The guy on the left, he has narrow frame. He does not have wide shoulders. While the guy on the right, his shoulders are very wide, so he has a bigger frame. He has a better V-shaped structure, has better muscle insertions. That's why he's more aesthetic, and muscle insertions are purely genetics. In bodybuilding, genetics is the only thing that you cannot change. Everyone has strong points and weak points. You just have to accept it. For example, for me, I have changed my shoulders and arms day to adapt for my weak points and strong points. I have really good shoulders, but my biceps are very weak. So sometimes I start with biceps instead of shoulders. Because of my weak bicep genetics, I have to compensate and train biceps really hard and prioritize bicep. Look at the left, my bicep is almost non-existent, but when you look at the right, you can see that I have the muscle size. Whatever I do, my bicep will always be a weak point. I have accepted it, it's part of life. Okay, instead of talking about me, let's talk about you. Do you have good genetics? Go to the mirror and look at yourself. The red picture is bad genetics and the green picture is good genetics. Disclaimer, everyone has bad genetics, so if you use your bad genetics as an excuse to not work out or not to take the gym seriously, you're a bitch. I'm sorry, it's life. You just have to accept it. Even if you have bad genetics, if you work out, you will have a better physique than 90%. Is that not good enough? Because there's always people who have it worse than you, so accept it. Example number 1, chest. Do you have a chest gap? I have a little chest gap. The bigger chest gap you have, the worse it looks, or the worse genetic you have. If you have it, just accept it. Next example is lats. Do you have high or low insertions? The lower insertions you have, the better it looks, because low insertions on the lats enhances your V-shape, and that is the goal. The last example is calves. They are very influenced by genetics, so if you have big calves, you're lucky. If you have small calves, it's tough. You have to really work them out, and they are very stubborn, so you really have to train them hard to grow them. Now, these were only a few examples of how genetics affects your gym journey. Genetics also affects your recovery time, how fast you can grow muscles, and your fat placement. If you're a beginner, you don't need to focus on your genetics because you're still new. You don't know your strong points and weak points. So just work out normally and do the basics. If you have worked out for a while, it could be a good idea to look at your strong points and weak points and change your workout split. But of course, don't make it complicated. Just make a few twists. Now, you can always search up your weak points and strong points. Or if you want my help, you can book a one-to-one call. The link is in the description. If you like this video, like and subscribe. Have a great workout.